everybody, welcome back to the Adult of Desserts baking channel. So this week in Canada, it snowed. I was very upset about that, but it also means that the holidays are right around the corner, and so it's time for the best and most important part of the holidays ever. It's holiday baking. Today we're making vegan peppermint meringue cookies. Meringue cookies are typically made with egg whites, but thanks to some wonderful people, I don't know where they are, but they discovered that the water out of a can of chickpeas, yes, that gross stuff that you always drain, that stuff has the protein like an egg white and can whip up just like an egg white. This stuff, called Aquafaba, is actually, in my opinion, a lot better to work with than egg whites, other than for the obvious reason that it's not made from actual eggs. The fact that you can't really over whip this stuff like you can with egg whites. It doesn't need to be at a certain temperature, and with a little bit of cream of tartar, you're on your way. This recipe is super easy, requires 3 ingredients, no baking mix. So if you want to learn how to make vegan peppermint meringue cookies, make sure you stick around. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Katerina. I'm the chief dessert designer and founder of Adult of Desserts. Adult of Desserts is a gluten-free and vegan bakery and baking mix company from Hamilton, Ontario in Canada. Our YouTube channel is our way of sharing super simple and delicious inclusive dessert recipes. All of our recipes are gluten-free and vegan, and they're made from our baking mixes, but every recipe on this channel does offer some sort of knowledge that is useful to the inexperienced or very experienced bakers. So if you're interested in baking whatsoever, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date with everything Adult of Dessert. And now, without further ado, let's get making some cute peppermint meringues. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is grab our stand mixer. You can use a hand mixer for this recipe as well. What you're going to do is take your Aquafaba and pour it right into your mixing bowl. We're going to add in a little bit of cream tartar. This helps stabilize our Aquafaba meringues and make sure when they're in the oven, they don't melt into a goopy mess. You're going to whip these really well on the highest speed possible until it starts looking like big fluffy white clouds. Don't go until it is so white as snow. If it's even just a little bit on the creamy side, you gotta keep whipping it. The longer, the better. Remember, this stuff does not over whip, so whip it to high heaven. Once it gets to that white foamy stage where their peaks are forming, you're gonna grab some white granulated sugar, make sure it's vegan, and you're going to put a tablespoon at a time of the white sugar into the mixing bowl. You wanna mix it in slowly and gradually so the sugar doesn't actually dissolve. Now that our Aquafaba is all whipped up and sweetened, we're gonna turn it off. You can see it is just like a light fluffy cloud. It can stand on its own. It doesn't drip, it doesn't goop, it is perfect. If yours is gooping or dripping, you're done. Throw it out, it's time to restart from the beginning. Sorry to say, folks. And now it's time to pipe them. To make these festive and pepperminty and colorful, what I'm gonna do is flip my piping bag inside out, take some gel food coloring, and using my offset spatula, you can use a knife, you can use whatever you want, I'm just going to paint and try and slather on a little bit of coloring on the outside of the piping bag. I'm doing this because if I put it into the actual meringue, it could risk deflating a little bit more, and I don't want that, so putting it on the outside is the best bet at this point. And then in addition, I'm going to put my flavoring on the outer layer of the bag. Now, if you're using a peppermint extract, you need to just put this on very carefully. I'm using peppermint oil. I only need 2 drops of this because this stuff's real potent. And then I'm gonna scoop in all of my meringue, and I'm going to pipe the shapes I want. Meringue kisses, rosettes, S's, whatever clouds, whatever shapes that you feel are appropriate, go for it. Be as creative as you want here. Once you've piped everything out, you don't have to pipe anything. You don't have to pipe things too far away from each other because they're not going to spread. You're going to put your meringues in the oven at 250 degrees for 1 hour and 10 minutes. Once they've baked for 1 hour and 10 minutes, you're actually going to turn the oven off and keep them in there for another 20 minutes with a wooden spoon, keeping the oven door slightly ajar. We're just trying to dry these out as best as possible without burning them. And that's it. Oh my god, they're so crispy. Obviously, they're meringue. But look, nice and hollow on the inside. It melts in your mouth immediately, obviously, because it's just water and sugar, basically. If made properly, can be at room temperature in an airtight container for a week, if not longer. Otherwise, keep them in the fridge. It'll maintain their integrity for a lot longer, because any moisture in the air will make these deflate. become incredibly sticky, which is not something that you want because these are a bugger to clean up. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching another one of our lovely, super simple, gluten-free and vegan recipe videos. If you enjoyed this video and you want to stay up to date with all of our other holiday festive recipes that are coming out in the next few weeks, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the little bell so you can stay up to date with everything. And if you decide to make any type of vegan meringue inspired by our recipe and decide to share it on social media, make sure you tag us at Dolled Up Desserts Baking so we can share it and show everyone how wonderful you are as a baker. Thanks for watching!